Hello, everyone. I was thinking about you today, and I was thinking, uh, what are they doing at home without school, without homework? Uh, Maybe a good way to spend your time these days that school is closed is to play board games. Why not? It's a nice way to spend your time. I personally love board games, and one of my favorites is Clue or Cluedo. Remember that we played it together? So why not play it now that you're at home? So I've decided to prepare this lesson so that we can revise together some vocabulary to play Cluedo so that you can play in English. Now, what is the object of the game? The object of the game is to solve a murder. Solve a murder by saying who did it, with what weapon, and in which room. Now, I found a nice video in which a person explains the rules of the game in a very simple way. If you have a chance to watch it, go and watch it. If not, I know that you know the rules of the game because we revised them together. I have prepared a sort of a summary of the rules of the game that you see here. And I'll give you a couple of minutes to read the phrases and try to fill in the gaps. Okay? Have you found the missing words? Okay, let's go through the phrases together. The cards are divided into three different groups. Remember the groups? The suspects, the rooms, and the weapons. The confidential envelope contains one card for each category. And this is the solution of the game, and it's something that you don't need to watch. The envelope goes in the center of the board games, and no one has to know what it contains. You can move in any direction except diagonally. You can make a suggestion only when you enter a room. If the player next to you has a card that appears in your suggestions, he needs to secretly show it to you. You can change room using secret passages in the corner rooms. If you are sure, you can make an accusation. If you are right, then you are the winner. If you are not right, you are off the game. If you make an accusation, you can open the envelope, but you're the only one that is allowed to watch inside the envelope. Then you must put the envelope back into the center of the board game, and you can't make any other suggestion or accusation. You can continue playing because you need to show your cards to the other player, but you can't be the winner. Okay, let's sum up some of the most important things when you play the Cluedo. Okay, this is the dice. And what can you do with the dice? You can roll the dice or throw the dice. This is something that every player must have, and it can have different names. It can be called a token or a counter, and what can you do with it? You can move it. These are the spaces or the squares that you need to move your token onto. And these are the rooms that you can enter that you must enter when you want to make a suggestion or an accusation. And finally, these are the secret passages that you find in the corner rooms. Another important thing that you need to remember is that you can make a suggestion, or if you're sure, you need to make an accusation. Okay. Another game that I love playing, another board game that I love playing is Monopoly. Monopoly is a bit long. It's much longer than Cluedo, and it can get boring, but I love it anyways. What is the object of the game? The object of the game is to be the last player standing, which also means that you are the richest player in the game. Okay, when you play Monopoly, there are some cards that we call in Italian le probabilità e le I don't remember the other name in Italian. But anyways, in English they are called the community chest cards, and the others are called the chance cards. Other important cards are these that have just appeared on the screen, and they are called the property cards. Okay, again, I have a video that shows you how to play Monopoly. If you want to watch it, go ahead and watch it. And here is a summary of the most important rules to play Monopoly. A couple of minutes for you to read and find out how to fill in the blank spaces. Okay, are you ready? Okay, the banker can be one of the players, and the role of the banker is to manage or to control the money of the bank and control deeds, title deeds or property deeds, houses and hotels. If you land on a property, you can buy it if you're interested in it. But if you don't want to buy it, the banker sells it at auction to the highest bidder. What does it mean, sell at auction to the highest bidder? It means vendere all'asta a chi offre di più, chi offre il prezzo più alto. If you land on the property of one of the players, you must, of course, pay the rent. If a player has all the properties of the same color, then you must pay double rent. If you don't have enough money to pay, then you must sell your properties. If you go bankrupt, meaning that you have no more money and no more properties to sell, then you are out of the game. When you pass go, you collect £200 from the bank. Okay, here are some more rules. As I said, Monopoly is a bit complicated, so it takes long also to learn all the rules of it. 1 minute to read and fill in the gaps. Okay, ready? When you have all the three properties of the same color, you can build houses and hotels. If you have no more money, you can sell houses back to the bank, and you can build hotels only when you have 4 houses on your properties. The last player remaining is the winner. Okay? Now, another game that I love, it's not a board game this time, but it's a card game, is Uno. We say Uno also in English, and the object of this game is to be the first player to play all the cards in your hands. Now, some vocabulary. This action here is called the shuffle. Shuffle the cards. And this is deal out the cards. Okay? This is a deck of cards. Now, let's see some important cards that we use when we play Uno. These are wonderful cards. These are called the wild cards. And when you have a wild card, what can you do? You can choose the color or change the color of the game. When the player before you plays a draw 2 card, it's a problem for you because you need to draw 2 cards from the deck of cards, which is not a good news. This is called a reverse card. When you get this card, it means that the direction of the game, of the play, changes. This is a skip card, and it means that the player that receives this card needs to skip or miss a turn. This is another card that is not a nice card to get, because when the player before you plays this card, you need to draw 4 cards. And the player before you can change also the color of the game. Now again, a video to sum up the rules to play Uno, and a couple of minutes to read and fill in the gaps. Okay, ready? Deal, how many cards? Deal 7 cards to each player. Flip over the first card of the deck. Then a player plays 1 card each turn. Flip over means girare, rivoltare. You can only play a card that matches color, number, or symbol of the card on the table. Another possibility is to play a wild card. If you can't play, you need to draw a card. If that card can be played, you can play it immediately. If it can't be played, then you need to wait and play the next turn. When you only have 1 card in your hand, you must say uno. If you don't do that, you must draw 2 cards. If you manage to play your last card, then you are the winner. Okay, now you know everything and you're ready to play. Play with someone, but play in English. If you have no one to play to, you can play with your dog. I know dogs love playing board games, so you can play with a dog, but play in English, please. And one more thing, I want evidence. I want evidence that you've played and that you've played in English. So, since very soon we're going to be film makers, so make a video. Use your phone and make a video while you're playing and send this video to my email address that you see here, which is turatibarbara14@gmail.com. So enjoy the game, have fun, play, and send me a video. Okay? Bye bye. See you very soon, hopefully.